First off, I got to explain for maybe some people who are watching who are on Catholic or they're Protestants, maybe are Catholic, and you're not quite sure what a cardinal is. All right, in the early church, the clergy of Rome, that is the priests, the presbyters, and the deacons, there were 7 deacons in ancient Rome. And then the suburban bishops, those were the bishops in the diocese that were all the way around Rome. They would come together when a pope died. And in the early church, often the pope died because he was martyred. He was killed for being a Catholic and for being the bishop of Rome and the supreme pontiff of the whole church. They would come together and they would elect the new pope. When they elect a pope, they ask him, do you accept the election? At this point, he's only materially the pope. If he consents to be the pope, and if he's not yet consecrated a bishop, perhaps he's a deacon or a priest, maybe he is already a bishop, but if he's not, he has to then be consecrated as the Bishop of Rome. So his consent to become the Pope, the Vicar of Christ, entails him fulfilling the function and becoming the Bishop of Rome. That's how things happened in the earliest church. As time went on, and those, by the way, those incardinated into the Diocese of Rome. Incardinated means that you've been officially grafted into the diocese as clergy. For example, you could be incardinated in the Diocese of Houston or Los Angeles or New York. They were incarnated in Rome. Those clergy that were officially incarnated were called the cardinals. Now, over time, the Pope would create honorary clergy for Rome. So you could be the Archbishop of Paris, but the Pope would make you, let's say, the Archpriest of St. Mary Major Basilica in Rome. So you would have a honorary or titular incarnation into the Diocese of Rome, even though you live in Paris. Over time, more and more of the incarnated clergy were outside of Rome. They could be the Archbishop of New York, or like I said, Archbishop of Paris, usually major dioceses, or prominent people like John Henry Cardinal Newman in England, who were trusted. So the cardinals are those who are incarnated, brought into the Diocese of Rome, either literally, truly, or through a titular title granted to them. And they get the right and the privilege, canonically, to elect the next pope. Yes, cardinals can advise popes, but you don't have to be a cardinal to advise a pope. The chief function of a cardinal is that when the pope dies, you get to cast a ballot. And currently, ecclesiastical law is a 2/3 plus 1 vote in order to elect a pope. I'll put it on the screen. To elect a pope, it's a 2/3 majority plus 1 vote. That gets you a pope. So that is what a cardinal is. You get to wear red. There are other canonical privileges. I think in the old days, you couldn't just say mass on a ship because ships, move and all that. But I think cardinals had the unique right of being able to celebrate mass on a ship. That's all a little bit passé now. Other privileges, I think, for example, cardinals could administer the sacrament of confirmation without permission in other dioceses, other things. They basically sort of have a ecclesiastical and sacramental passport all over the whole world because they're deputies and they represent the Church of Rome and the Pope.